The world's best laner, Chovy, has been absolutely tearing through Korean solo queue lately. He has the highest win rate in Challenger out of any player in Korea, 74%. And you can see this Akali, guys, he hasn't lost in the champion yet. And he's been using very strange summoner spells. Usually Akalis will go teleport and flash. Sometimes they'll go flash ignite. But you can see Chovy, he's getting rid of the flash, man. A lot of these dash type champions, you're seeing a lot of Camilles. They go ignite in the top lane. I've seen some Echoes stop going flash and go for that ignite. You can see Chovy, he's looking for the ignite. And to more passive matchups, he's looking for the heal. So let's jump onto the Rift and break it down. Hitting the Rift now, guys. He's gone for the ignite into this matchup against the Victor. I think the ignite is more so for the Renekton in the side lane. Akali's love to drop into the 1-3-1 and drop into the side lanes. And they're probably going to try and send the Renekton towards him. So he grabs that ignite for the 1v1s. Into matchups or games where he needs to survive upfront burst, like enemy team has a Rengar or a Fizz, something like that, the heal is going to be the better option. So for summoner spells, it's definitely... You don't always go heal and you don't always go ignite. You got to think about the enemy comp. And the matchup here is Victor, which definitely doesn't favor the Akali in the early game. You go Fleet Footwork and Door and Shield, and you're pretty much just trying to hang back until level 3 and sustain, okay? The Victor will push you around and try and use his range advantage to really make your life a living hell. As we can see on the map, the level 2 Poppy gank already. The only place I ever found Poppy jungles was in Korea. They always sat mid looking for level 2, level 3 ganks. It's kind of disgusting. As you can see, Chovy just moving back here. Getting out-traded. He knows the Poppy's coming in there. That's why he takes the bad trade. Forces the Victor flash. And the wave is situated perfect for the Akali now. This is absolutely wonderful. The Shroud moves in. And he'll try and let this wave just slowly shove into him as he sustains with Fleet Endurance. Chovy's such a beautiful laner, guys. He's easily the best laner in the world. Some people might try and say to me, you know, Showmaker, Rookie, Knight. But I definitely think Chovy has the best CSing abilities, best spacing, best trading. The guy always comes out with the CS advantage. It's kind of gross. I think Showmaker's a little bit better at like team play and team fighting, stuff like that. But Chovy's lane just gets him sometimes such huge leads, as this Victor's really trying to press on him here. Doesn't have the kill pressure, so he should be fine. Chovy knows his numbers. You're completely fine here. The Victor's running out of mana as well. And you get that Fleet Footworks Endurance. He wards. Very smart ward, just in case the Nidalee's looking for him. And as I said, like your early game on Akali, guys, it's all about surviving, okay? It's sure you can solo kill, but they're very hard and sometimes you got to put too much risk on it. As we even CS with the Victor now. Victor no flash, level 6 all in, definitely looking viable for the Akali. And Chovy likes to go those minion demons. Just try and help out the wave clear, and it lets you get much better wave clear at level 5 with your Qs. As he'll hit the reset now and probably teleport back into the lane. Love watching Chovy play. If you guys saw him in the LCK the other day, the guy went like 10 plus kills on Yone and just 1v9 the LCK. It's like, the guy's ridiculous. I seriously just love watching him play. Hope he has a really successful year. As he moves back in with the Amp Tome. Now Chovy, guys, he's not like someone like Knight or Caps, who's pressing for solo kills all throughout the lane. He is someone that just slowly out-trades people and has much better back timings, and he just will slowly accumulate XP and CS advantages, convert them to items and level leads, and then he'll just do those all-ins slowly and take over the game. He's not a Caps or a Knight where he'll just coin flip the lane on like a roam or something and lose a bunch of CS, and he's a very consistent player and he plays a lane just completely bleeding the enemy out. They're definitely different. A lot of these players have very different play styles, which I love. Level 5 now. Victor's still no flash. He'll have no flash at the level 6 all in, so if Chovy can harass him a little bit here. As you can see the Poppy waiting in the flanks for a dive. He won't be level 6 for another wave or two, so we're chilling. Can't really get a dive or a bot side roam. How is a Poppy out-tempoing in Italy? What the hell is this? His path was like blue, Wraiths, mid gank. Kind of nutty. Chovy will hit level 6 off this wave. As he misses the cannon. Absolutely horrendous. And he'll hit a base here now. He's going to be looking to get some more ability power. Try and complete his Night Harvester, I believe Akali's are going recently. Gets his Revolver. And he'll head back out of the base. I'm trying to think what other champions you could stop going Flash on. I definitely think Echo is one where you can start running Teleport Ignite. I've been doing it in my games, having great success with it. Camille is definitely one in the top lane. I'm just trying to think. Your champion has to have mobility. Katarina is another one that's been doing it. I wonder if Fizz. Fizz used to do it in the top lane, remember? TP Ignite. I'm pretty sure he invented TP Ignite, that Fizz, way back when you could go kind of tank. You could go like a tanky Fizz setup. As in the enemy team starting to take over the game. 1.5k advantage at 6 minutes is pretty hefty. Victor's flash is back up in 10 or so seconds. Look at this spam laugh. You will regret that, buddy. But it wouldn't surprise me if Chovy's rank 1 within the next month or so. He isn't really grinding that many games, but his win rate and his MMR is so good that he'll probably overtake... I think Canyon is rank 1 at the moment, as we are in. Looking for the E lands, pops the Ignite, and that is just a textbook all-in. Victor's going to lose that entire wave. Has no TP. Victor even still has his flash. It kind of just happened too quick. We're going to grab some plates. And do you see what I mean? Like, he just waits for his perfect moment, and he takes it. No risk in that all-in. It was 100%. Victor needed to flash the E, probably. As Poppy wants to look for a dive here. Should flash. Oh, close. Poppy no flash. Otherwise, probably would have put her straight into that tower. We'll hit the reset here and start gathering up some resources. We got boot delivery, by the way. Victor stops the base. That's a good base stop. Very nice. He wants the hard shove. He'll just try and shove this in. Victor needs to try and stop the ports, but I don't really think it's possible. Perhaps that last CS. 70 CS at 8 minutes. We're doing decent. Lulu top, eh? Oh. I think Victor tries to pull the wave. Okay, perfect. You see, I always talk about lane pulls like this, guys. If the enemy lane pulls like this, just stay and try and hard shove it in. Like, the Victor tanks a little bit from it. As long as you're not too low, you're definitely the best option is to move in and hard shove it. Otherwise, you're going to lose a lot of XP in CS. I remember when I versed Caps, he did like 4 or 5 lane pulls in a row on the waves. And I just eventually had to base. It was the most annoying thing I've ever fucking like played against. And let's see, the Victor might even try to do it again. Probably hits that base up. Blasting one, baby. I'm out of base. Drew, he's not full health. Is he trolling? He's got Dorans. He's got fleet footwork, guys. It's... Time is the most important thing you have in the game. And if he waited full health, he wouldn't make it back for some of these creeps. Even one creep, man. Chovy gonna go out of base half health. I'm telling you right now. Doesn't opt for the hard shove. Just gonna let the wave sit and kind of eat it out in the middle. So we'll deny the Victor as much CS as possible. And hopefully when he comes into the lane, he'll be a little bit too deep. And then Akali has space for the all-ins. Don't always just hard shove the lanes, guys. Especially if you're playing Akali, you're playing Echo, you're playing Fizz. The more room in the lane for you to do these all-ins, the better. Because the enemy has to walk up to CS. And you can start zoning XP as well. I see too many people get these leads and they just hard shove mid. You're essentially gifting the wave to the enemy laner, saying, hey bro, I'm just going to hard shove this. You can farm it. You can have your tower there for safety. Don't give it to him. Make him move up into you. As now the Poppy's hovering for a dive. Akali all in. Ignite goes out. E has landed. There's no way that kills, right? Oh, close. And level 9 now, those minion demons on the backlines, do you see how at level 9 you can just one-shot with the Qs? Makes the wave clear so much easier as we are 97 CS at 10 minutes. Textbook Chovy laning phase. Damn, I thought that all-in would get the Victor. Very close. The Nidalee heal and the Victor's shield Q probably saved him. Oh. $2.3k gold behind his team. He gets his mythic item. It is a Night Harvester, guys. A lot of these Akalis, a lot of the Katarinas going for the Night Harvester for the AP upfront burst. Champions that don't need the mana. This Harvester, man, it does a lot of damage. And of course, Akali, you're looking to blow people's health bars straight up. This works perfectly with their kits. Hello, Renekton. How you doing, buddy? Oh, Shroud. Imagine playing a game with Akali. Your jungle is Viego. Your AD carry is Senna. What else is invisible? Dude, imagine how frustrating that type of comp is. Get like Senna Pike bot lane, Akali mid, Viego jungle. What's the top lane? Like Shaco or something? God, that would be frustrating. Just permanently going in and out of vision. As we have ultimate, we're looking to move into the river. He's a little bit scared that someone's hovering there. Renekton was hovering. And Chovy goes for a deep teleport bot side. Watch him appear. Sweeper. Enemy team knows he's here. Here comes the Lulu. Ults in. He has the E onto the Seraphine. Drop straight over the... That was so clean. He just waited on the E. And then he just waited for the Seraphine. Has the R2 to ult over. And grabs that second kill for himself. As he doesn't want to waste too much time. Probably wants to head back. Grab the blue buff and head to lane. No one's going to help him with the blues. Feels bad, man. Chovy's one of the best mid laners at having no downtime. He knows, like, he'll do the fight and he won't chase. He won't try and sit in a bush and wait for a pick. He's all about the creeps. He's all about the resources. That's why his CS scores are always so consistently high. It's definitely one of the factors that he uses to his advantage. Sometimes he doesn't take over games as hard as he could if he coin flipped on like a long extended fight or something, but over the course of 100 plus games, like, it just works a lot better for him. More consistent gold. As we're finally getting to drop into the side lane. Pretty low here though. Might need to watch out for a gank. Has no R. Needs a little bit more AP on those sides, on those backlines. And he is caught out here by the Renekton. I don't think you can live here, right? Renekton's just sitting, waiting for this to stun. Okay, well, okay. Rames with the thumbs up. That was surprising. Chovy, the magician, getting out with his life and a kill. As his magical footwear is here. Does he boot upgrade or what does he go? I'd like to see a Lichbane. And it's looking like a Lichbane will be the item he goes for. Probably Lichbane Merc Treads, I guess, if he goes for the Null Magic Mantle. Top lane wave looks really juicy. I wonder why he's running down mid. I guess Dragon spawning, he wants to fight for it. He has no ult though. Moving in, Nidalee's hella caught out. Seraphine ult moves in, looking to try and pick up the Seraphine. Q just misses. Lulu picks up the kill onto the Seraphine. Here comes Renekton. Nidalee's still alive now. You've got no flash, so just remember, guys, when you're playing with the Akali here, that you can't just, like, you need to really factor in you have no flash. Your E is very important. Ult's in. Nidalee actually flashed. Oh, and Akali goes in, gets the Lulu ult though. They pick off into the Nidalee. Dragon probably going to be theirs as well. Really nice game opener. Comes out with the gold lead finally. And CHOVY instantly, do you see what I mean? He's just going to move straight into the topside wave as fast as humanly possible. Doesn't want to waste any creeps, no downtime. Renekton moves up. CHOVY is not scared. He doesn't have Ignite. Use... Oh my god, this man. Absolutely monstrous aggression. Ultimate's up in 25 seconds. Looks like he's going to try and stay. Needs to be careful. He's worth 300 gold. Oh. I don't think this works. Yeah, I didn't think so. The Renekton just sits there and just spams his W, his stun, and then just does his little spinny thing. As the Renekton goes in and he gets the slice and dice. Pure greed by CHOVY. This is what sometimes loses him games. He is very greedy with farm, with resources. And he risks that entire bounty on... It's like... Sure, there could have been outplay, but I think just resetting and running back topside, you wouldn't have missed any farm anyway, because Renekton would hard shove it. Just a small mistake that. And that's going to take him off of the map for a little bit, as the enemy team gets a bit of a breather. We get Sorks. Does that mean we're going Banshees? Interesting. Moving topside now, looking to try and take down that tower. Also, guys, upcoming patch, Seeker's Arm Guard is getting nerfed. And I'm not sure what the necklace is called that gives you magic resist, but that's getting a huge buff. I definitely think this is an item to watch out for in the mid lane. I think it's going to start becoming meta as the enemy team looks for the all-in. And CHOVY, no health left. Nidalee coming through, just completely disregarding them. Got to try and dodge out on the Nidalee spears. Does get a dodge. Oh, he lands on the Nidalee. How the hell do you get out of this one? Hits this up. He lands. Huge Seraphine ult. CHOVY picks up the Aphelios. He will die, though, to the Seraphine Ignite. Looking like a spicy mid game. I really don't like. It's gonna be fucking close. And Victor's coming back into the game. Victor's such a good pick, man. Like, you can just farm, take very low risk, and you'll slowly take over a game. You do most damage on your team almost every game. A Victor I like to watch, actually, is Power of Evil. I watch Power of Evil Victor VODs when I'm trying to improve my Victor a little bit. I think he's very good at the champ. Season 6, Season 7, I would have said Crown. But, looks like Crown retired recently, guys. Apparently, he just not into League anymore. He's more into stock trading. I tuned into one of his streams, I think, where he's just trading stocks and stuff the other day. I was like, who the hell is this streamer? Poor guy. I think, like, he had a really interesting career. Obviously won Worlds, but played Malzahar to beat Faker, and everyone kind of... Like, imagine winning the World Championship, but not getting any of the credit. Like, it's your dream in life. Your absolute one thing you're working towards. You finally achieve it, and everyone's like, doesn't count. You played Malzahar. Like, dude, that would break me. That's why I don't win Worlds with Malz. Like, I could do it, but that's why I don't do it. As we drop back into the side lane for the 12th time, hopefully not overextending and dying. Gotta try and get some vision out. He has that sweeper. I would love to see a yellow trinket just to get these wards out for these deep shoves. As Dragon spawning soon. Oh, he has the necklace. Just noticed. And he has a stopwatch. Gone Banshee's Hourglass. My god. Banshee's Hourglass Lichbane. What is this itemization, man? We're all over the place. Third Dragon is very important, guys. Always group up. 45 seconds to 1 minute before the dragon spawns and look for picks and vision control. If you get the third dragon, it puts the enemy team completely in panic mode that you're going to get the soul within the next 5 minutes. And you, at that point, have the game by the balls. Because you're forcing the enemy team, like, you can go for a dragon, like a Baron trade. You can say, okay, we'll swap you the dragon, we'll go for the Baron. As CHOVY is so deep into this team fight. Gets Seraphine ulted, ults out, Renekton flashes in, W lands, Hourglass. And he is going to drop, and his entire team is going to say, God damn it, Akali. Why did you do this to us? And they're going to lose third dragon and a bunch of gold. Enemy Victor actually did very well to come back into this game. Lulu got the Moonstone, Moonstaff. LS's favorite item set. It's pretty good. We've been seeing it in pro play quite a lot. Some Ivan tops, some Lulus getting about, some Seraphines. I think Seraphine, there's a lot of champions getting nerfed next patch. Seraphine, Ivan. Actually, next patch is going to be huge, actually. Talia's getting nerfed, but for the jungle, thankfully. Teleport is not up and Baron's up, so you need to be careful here. If your team gets picked, you're going to lose the Baron. CHOVY knows this, so it looks like he's going to drop into the... I might go for a topside flank, maybe. He wants the deep shove, yeah. This is very common. See, in your games, guys, and lower elos, it's hard to do this play because your team a lot of the time will fight on the Baron for no reason. The point of this is that Akali is very strong and she can 1v1 anyone in the side lane. So she wants people to come and match her. So your team needs to wait for that pressure point. They can't just fight instantly. As you're going to see CHOVY try and look for these 1v1s onto the Victor. Victor terribly scared. And this is why CHOVY wanted to hard shove the wave and let his team just dance around the Baron pit. Just because this pressure point. Look at this. Victor has no flash. Ignite comes out. Beautiful 1v1. And that's exactly what you guys need to do in these side lanes with the leads you get. Now his team should have done Baron Nashor here. Right? So here's a pressure point in the side lane. The entire team comes down. His team should have started Baron and did it as quick as possible. They did exactly what they shouldn't do, and they just grouped onto the side lane pressure, especially when the TP is coming up in the next 30. Like, this always annoys me, this type of macro. It is what it is. Like, it's not it's not horrendous. It doesn't not work, but it's just not the most efficient play. And in your games, guys, you can always type to your teammates. Like, I play with chat off and I don't type, but if you just want to type, hey guys, I'm going to go bot. If they come bot, do Baron. Like, just that type of talking is always actually beneficial. I was just going to see CHOVY, man. He got teleport now. He got a lot of gold in the pocket. Looks like he'll try and take the base. Enemy team looks like they started Baron. CHOVY hits the base. Instantly teleports in. Has the Hourglass. Teleports with a beautiful flank. Goes in. Drops the Hourglass. Gonna have to use the ults in. Drops the Shroud finally. Gets the kill onto the Aphelios. Nidalee gets the Baron though. Yikes. 2k gold lead now for Nidalee's team. Good flank by CHOVY though. Picks himself up a kill onto the Aphelios. Good target selection. People seem to struggle with this. Always focus the enemy's damage dealers. Focus the enemy that deals damage. If you kill them, the enemy loses a lot of damage and they can't kill you. I know it seems like, okay, good one, forehead, really. But a lot of people really struggle with that for some reason. Target selection is very important in team fights. Something you guys can work on in your own games. Just thinking about who to focus always before the team fight starts. You can't just go into a team fight and be like, you're in the middle of 5 people and you go, okay, let's look for who does the most damage. Is it Is it the Victor? Is it the Nidalee? You need to know as you get in there, so you don't have to think. You just go, Philios. As Chovy, once again, in a bit of a tough spot. Ultimates. And he's just going to R out here as the Victor tries to pick up the Lulu. This team grabs the Seraphine. Poppy grabs the Aphelios. Perfect. God, this top lane tower has just survived for ages. Looks like Victor's going to be able to pick up the Akali. I'm just kidding. What the hell is those numbers, man? Dude, Akali was like 200 health and Victor was full. Only one level down. That's nuts. Absolutely disgusting. Chovy finally grabs the top lane tower. Ultimate's just about up. And this is definitely a good game to learn how to play side lanes, guys. I think he's made a lot of mistakes in the side lane. Very greedy mistakes. Oh, Nidalee. He misses. Oh no. Ward goes out. Seraphine's there. Nidalee spear. Pops his hourglass. R-E. R2. And Houdini does it again. You cannot kill this guy. So annoying playing the side lanes into Akali, into Echo. These type of champions, it's like... The enemy wastes so much time trying to kill you. They're very good champions to have teleport and look for side lane pressure. We have our Lich Bane completed now. Picks up a Dark Seal at 27 minutes. That's a man with confidence. And the Ignite in this side lane, guys, or if you're running heal, like, it's just... Flash is good, right? But having that Ignite, especially into things like the Renekton, or like to finish Seraphine and stuff, or someone that's going to be healed by Seraphine, like, it just helps quite a lot for the 1v1s. Heal is more for the team fighting, and then the Ignite for the 1v1s will definitely work out. Also, don't forget having Ignite or Heal in lane rather than Flash. It'll actually, usually it'll bring you more pressure when you're playing the Akali. Because you got so much mobility, man. You got your R, you got your E, you got your Shroud. That extra little blink on a 6-minute cooldown or whatever. 5-minute cooldown, it doesn't, like... It's nice to have, but... So is an aggressive summoner. As we're going to try and close the game out. R's in. There's R2 still. Might try and use it. R2's onto the Nidalee. This is just the messiest game. Okay, so Philios goes down mid. There's no way they can end the game against a Victor here. They're going to have to bail. And the Philios is just going to go down mid. They're going to try and stop the bases. That base won't work. I don't think this base will work either. I knew that one. Ultimate 15 seconds. Aphelios is going for the end. Did Akali is she? I think Chovy's TPing. Chovy TP's in. Grabs the Aphelios who was going for the end. Okay. This game is getting really spicy. 2 stacks on the Dark Seal. No teleport now. Ignite is up. No one can match Akali into the side lane. Verdant Barrier. Is that what it's called? Or Verdant Necklace? Man, what the hell is that item called? Sometimes into like a Syndra or a Fizz, I like to rush that item, guys. It's the same as when I'm versing a Zed or a Talon, I rush Seekers. I'll rush this item against the AP Assassins that snowball, and it works very well. It's actually super underrated. I don't see enough people do it. And on the next patch, when it gets buffed, I definitely recommend it. It's becoming a lot cheaper and more cost efficient. Okay. Baron is up. Chovy has no teleport, so you want to be as close to the objective as possible. Remember, if you have teleport, you split opposite to the major objective, like the Baron. So you'd want to be bot side, right? You're pushing in bot side. If the enemy comes to you, you back up. You can teleport across the objective. If you don't have teleport, you can hard split top side because you're so close to the Baron. It's just a jog over. Like it's very simple macro, but a lot of people struggle with that as well on what side to split towards or be a pressure point towards. As Dragon is spawning soon, it's going to be the soul point, so he's going to try and get deep into the enemy jungle and look for a pick beforehand. Nice sweeper. Anyone? That Victor TP. And of course, the sweeper, he knows he's not spotted here. Still not spotted. And they're just running down mid. I talk about this in my games a lot. The mid lane priority in the wave before the objective is super important. And Chovy's team just completely ignores that, and they're going to run down and try and make a pick and end. Galio comes through. Target focus. Seraphine. Grabs the Seraphine. Philios is dead. Nidalee drops. Looking for the Renekton now. Gonna keep going forward. Decides, I'm not gonna focus your Renekton. I want the Victor. Moving in deep. We're gonna be able to pick up the Victor. We do. We get our 10th kill of the game. And it's 32 minutes, and they have a wave bot side. So this means you can end the game. I see a lot of low elo games where they could have literally ended, and they go and do Baron here. They go and get the Soul and the Baron, and they set up for another 20-minute game. Like, it's just ridiculous. Run down. If it's 30 minutes and you get an ace and you have a wave, just run down and end the bloody game. And that's going to be a GG, guys. As this VOD is coming up with the thumbnails, Akali's not done. They FF'd the game. Well, thank you for watching, boys. And until next time, I catch you all later. Peace.